Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings with me, your host, Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel and medium, and I love to come live every weekday, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., to channel a fresh message from Source to you guys so that you hear what you need to hear, see what you need to see, feel what you need to see. To number one, get happy. Number two, take that next step in your life. Number three, build a plan so that you enjoy the journey to get there. So I always start the shows with a general from spirit so that those of you who can't join live can still tune in the very beginning to get your personal message. And then I always dive into free mini readings for 30 minutes for those of you who can join live. After the 30-minute mark, I do ask for super chat donations to keep the show going or to ensure that you get a personal read that day. But again, you can always join the following day as well. So if you're coming live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say hello. Let me know you're here. It's way more fun when you guys are inactive. And hey, good morning, Leona. So glad you could make it. And Antoinette made it. What is up? All right, guys, let us get to the general channel message. So it's about becoming who you really are. It's about becoming the next you. See, many of you have worked so hard to become this version of you. So you're having a little resistance, a little hesitancy to shed some old layers to step into the next you. Can you guys see that happening within you right now? But this is who I am. This is what I like. But you're going to find that it is a continuously, constantly evolving thing. Can you keep up to speed with the next you, with the next version of you? That's what this is about for many of you. As you feel a little bit leaving, it's like, wait, but no, I worked so hard to become me, to become who I really was, to know who I am, to just give me up. But we ask you, a 1-year-old is loving learning how to walk, crawl, maybe start to make some sounds. A 2-year-old is running. A 5-year-old might be trying to learn how to read. So, do you see how becoming who you really are isn't a one time thing? It's a this is my new preference. This is my new preference. Boundaries. A boundary is a preference. I prefer to spend my evenings reading. My evenings reading. You might like that for the rest of your life. You might also hit a point where I actually now have a preference to be snuggling, cuddling up to a man. I'm ready to be a wife. You might have a this is great, and you guys do that the rest of your life. And then it might hit a babe, don't you think we need a little one running around? They say oftentimes people in their 20s are full of action and do, do, do. People in their 30s are a little more focused on be. People in their 30s to 40s are let's make our home comfortable. There's always an evolution. Are you willing to shed some of the stuff that no longer brings you as much joy as it used to so that you can become the new you? And number one, discover what your new preferences are. Number two, embrace them. Number three, allow yourselves to enjoy them. That's the journey that many of you are on now. And with that, we do invite going into personal reads. Whoa, Eden, what's up? I was actually just thinking about you and I was tempted to call. Are you like still in Texas? What's up? I'm so glad you made it. I guess you're shedding a little bit of the old you and welcoming in a little new you. So, does anyone have any comments on the general, some of what they're letting go of, some of what they're calling in? Also, if you just want to dive into the free mini reads, check it out. And Eden, if you want to work with Spirit again, you should check your email. I sent an email out a week or two ago about an OG club. Um, but what's up, everyone? What questions do you have? Is everyone just being quiet and shy? Definitely ready to find balance between doing and being. Yeah? Tell me more. Tell me a little more and then I'll pull some cards or channel a message for you. And Eden, I do these Monday through Friday on YouTube now, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Can I give general what I do today? I've been frustrated these last few days. I'm gonna focus on Eden for a little bit, Antoinette. Um, but while I'm focused on her, Antoinette, what can you do while you're on this show to release some of that frustration? Intervene. Show me how to view this in a lighter way. Is there something I could do? Is there something I could think? Try to process those emotions a little bit. I feel frustrated that this happened. And then see if you can get one up on the scale before I come back to you. No specific questions here, just here for the energy. Okay, so definitely ready to find balance between. I feel like there's something else you're going to say though. Things have been a bit stagnant, like the energy evened out for me anyway. Okay, well, I see why you're on today's show because you got to like go with some of that old to bring in some of the new. And let me share a quick story before I talk more to Eden. I used to have a giant, like 6 foot wide Barbie case that was all glass and it was like 7 feet tall and it was like 2 feet thick. And I just realized one day, for a while there, I loved it because it was my grandma's love being poured at me and shining on me. And then it became a point where it's overbearing. It was like, I can't be me because I'm so focused on like my grandma's love and what my grandma loved. And I had a friend who said, Kelly, I wonder if, like when I look in there, I just see your grandma. There's nothing of you in there. I wonder what if you just like took one doll out or moved some of the dolls a little closer so there was just room for one spot of something that you liked and loved. And I went, "No, I can't do that." She's like, "Just one doll. Take one doll out. What's your least favorite doll in the whole case?" And as soon as I took it out, let go of a little bit of the old energy, I was like, "Oh my god, you know what I wanna put in between the dolls? I wanna put some of my gemstones. I wanna put some of, like, my statues." And then when I, like, kinda rearranged them a little bit and I looked at the dolls, I like, "Oh, actually, I don't like these dolls. Those were just to, like, honor my grandma. I like these dolls." Put the ones I liked in there, put some of my stuff in there, and then I was like, "You know what? I actually want plants in my house." And now look. So sometimes you do just have to, "Okay, this thing doesn't bring me as much joy. I'm gonna spend a little less time there." That will quickly make room for new to come in, guys. Um, so that's just one reason why I might be feeling stagnant. Let's go for Eden. Someone who's ready to find balance between doing and being. Someone who's ready to find balance with their emotions. Someone who's ready to find a little more balance between stagnant and action. Dominant focus on Eden, though. Yes, 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 Eden. You're exactly what we were talking about in the general. You used to get so much of your joy from doing, "Look what I did. I did this thing. I accomplished." And just think of the momentum of childhood. You're like, "I did it. I lifted my head. I did it. I crawled. I did it. I skipped. I did it. I could read. I did it. I could sing a choir performance. I did it. I graduated high school." So that's just built up momentum. But then after you've done enough, you've read enough books and you started coming to enough conclusions, it's like, well, wait a second. I'm ready to enjoy life in new ways. That's where you're at, Eden. That was such a fun life. That was such a fun chapter in my life. I enjoyed it. I awakened. I moved. I opened up. I grew into becoming me. And now I'm intervened. Show me the new way I like to enjoy life. And we'll share that, when Kelly's friends first started having kids and she started interacting with them, she loved the playing with them part. That let's play Play-Doh, let's go to the park, let's go do this, let's go do that. And she planned all these fun little activities for them. And then there hit a point where she was, wait, this is a lot of work. And wait a second, now that they're like turning 5, They're a lot faster than me, and they can run across that rope ladder a lot faster than me. Okay, I don't know if I wanna be the one playing with them anymore, but I like being the one to pick up the kids and their friends and taking them somewhere. And then when they get tired or thirsty, I'm there with their snacks and their foods, and I like making their favorite snacks. Do you see how she went from wanting to be in on the action on the plane to I actually like creating that safe environment that if they get left out of the game, I'm there to comfort them. I'm there to give them their favorite food. They're asking, "Do you see that?" before they go on in the message. 100% I've been holding on to too much stuff. Yeah, sometimes that helps, Eden. Go ahead and write your comments. I wanna say, did you hear that? But, like, one thing that I've been doing because I wanna allow in new energy, I found this, like, yoga video on YouTube that was, somatic exercises to be open to change or to be open to new, and I've just done that. And, like, the movements are, like, small, and they really stretch out small parts of your body that you normally don't stretch, especially in, like, traditional, like, hatha yoga. And, like, just starting to get your body used to new builds the momentum for new, right? So, yeah, sometimes just be, "This doesn't bring me joy anymore." We'll create the space. Okay, and you said yes. Alright, let me keep going. Whereas I've been meaning to look into somatic yoga. Dude, I'm having so much fun with somatic yoga right now. I started with, like, somatic yoga for anger release, and I was like, "All right, I'm having a hard time processing these emotions on my own and with my style and how I teach people to do it." So I needed to move my body a bit, and then I was able to, like, apply my law of attraction course and all the other stuff that I normally do. And now I'm on to yoga for change. Okay, so now what else does Eden need to hear? Okay, so I made a big move. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And now I'm ready to discover a different way to enjoy life. That's the simple journey that you're on. It's not a that's as good as it gets. That's not a the good old days. Youthful optimism is gone. It's okay. I'm just now ready to discover a different way to enjoy life. Do you see how that's what this is really about for you? It looks like they're going to keep going with you, Eden, a bit longer. But they just wanted to see your answer. It's nice to see you again, Eden. I'm really glad you came. And Leona, how's this reading helping you? Antoinette, is this helping with the frustration at all? Yes, I've been stuck in just being okay. This is it. Oh, okay. Are you, I'm going to make a video soon about the age of 35 because people around the age of 35, sometimes it happens, 2 or 3 years earlier. For some people, it's 2 or 3 years later. That like really starts hitting at 35. Um, but I'm ready to pave a new life. Oh, okay, right there. It's not a new life. It's a new way to enjoy. Did you just turn 35? It's a new way to enjoy life, right? Because we're not out with the old chuck it, and like I need a radical new life. It's a okay, I have a solid foundation of 37. Okay, I have a solid foundation and skill sets of things that I've learned. I want to build off that foundation as I discover a new way to enjoy life. I'm discovering a new way of being that brings back that magic, that sparkle. And what I can share, oh, they're saying, hold on. Don't say that yet. All right, I'll let spirit guide this. So we're just going to come in with a little bit of a rampage, Eden. Gone are the days of yesteryear. There was lots of enjoyment and satisfaction for that lifestyle. And there's a bit in me that's just a little bit of afraid that I've lost that magical sparkle way of viewing life. But I refuse to give up. I refuse to think that that's it. I get that this is just a current feeling state that I have. And that's that. It's just a feeling state, which means that it's temporary. It feels a little frustrating to begin to start thinking that everything's harder, that everything takes more energy. But Eden, one of the things that we could say to you as we've been guiding Kelly through this is she's now recognizing she gets to be a little bit more deliberate in her choice of how she spends her time. Much of the youthful comes from, look at this new thing I did. I just had a new experience. I just grew new neural pathways. And it's do, do, do. People give you stuff and you're like, I'll do it. But then it hits a point of, wait, wait, I want to more deliberately choose what I learn, how I spend my time, what I do. So do you see the power in the deliberateness of it that you now it's not that you've lost the youthful energy or the youthful optimism, but it's a wait, I now recognize the value of all of my resources, which is not only my money, but it is my time, it is my energy, and I now want to be deliberately more spending those times in ways that bring me enthusiasm. And I understand that this might be something new than what it used to be. They're asking, do you see and do you understand that? Definitely what I meant. More like paving a new mindset, okay, a new mental state that can lead to seeing a new life. Ooh, there's something in that new life, though. There's something in there. Even in the small same life. I hope I worded it in a way that makes sense. It does make sense, but there's something in there energetically. Yes, having a new value for myself makes me a little upset in how I've spent my energy. Yes. Okay. So you know how this works. Did you take my course with me or did you sign up for a mastermind? Am I remembering correctly? We met at a live show and then you joined my mastermind? And I don't know if I'm remembering correctly or not. So you know how that works though. We don't want to look back and regret. We don't want to look back and go, "Oh my god, I like why didn't I know that then what I know now?" Okay, okay. Um it's got to be, "Wow, I'm glad I did that when I did it cuz I would not have done that now. I'm waking up to a whole new value system, a whole new way that I value my time, and I now want to start being a little bit more deliberate with my time." And and I have another course out now that's called Becoming Who You Really Are. It's not like, the law of attraction is law of attraction, very spiritual. Becoming who you really are is spiritual and psychology. It's grounded in psychology, elevated by spirituality. And in there, I talk about there's seasons, there's reasons, there's lifetimes. Some people come into your life for a lifetime. Those tend to be calm, gentle people that you integrate with on the day to day, run errands together. You don't get a lot of growth from them though. Then there's the seasons. Those are the positive, uplifting. We went away to summer camp together and we shared time together. You grow rapidly in a very loving way. Then there's those reasons, those narcs that you get into a relationship with or whatever, that it's so bad that you have no choice but to grow. Um, okay. And then I also in there teach about like boundaries and your inner circle versus your outer circle. So there's me, you, we, and they, right? So right now there's you on the show, so that's your self sense of identity. There's me, and we are coming together in a way to have a shared experience right now. Anyone who's like not tuned into the show or not watching the replay, they're a they. So one big difference that I've also noticed between like people in their young 20s up until about 35, and this is what helps the 35-year-olds get over the jadedness is when you're 20s, you're like, "Oh, yes, it's all about connection. Let's go out. Let's go out." I remember in my 20s, I was like, "Oh, he asked me out. I said yes. He asked me out. I said yes." Now I'm like, "Wait a second. I only want to go out if I know the conversation's going to be good. I only want to go out if you know, especially if it's something like a dinner date where you got to get dressed and ready and there's money involved. Because if you're meeting someone new, yeah, go on the walk, go on the coffee date, right? Um, but it's wait, I wanna make sure that it's at least gonna be good conversation. I wanna make sure we're aligned in short-term goals and long-term goals. Um, you become less willing to spend any of your resources on theys. So people can feel selfish when they do this, but you're not. You're just recognizing, wait, I want my resources for my kids, for my friends' kids, for my neighbors. I want to put my resources not on doing and showing, look how charitable I am to help all these other people in need. I want to buy an extra turkey and make it for my neighbors who I know don't have money for a turkey. So it like sheds the outer layer and it's like they are figuring it out. So you get to have a more meaningful inner life and the relationships that you do have tend to become deeper because instead of having a different invite every day of the week, you're now the person that invites them over for dinner, and then you're like, "Oh, here, I also made this casserole for you guys because I know you're going away on vacation, so here's a casserole. You can just heat it up tomorrow." Being around people too much lately has been draining. Okay, so that's just it's your inner guidance letting you know not to hang out that way. I feel like I just want to spend time alone, but I don't know if that's the depression I don't want to admit is present taking over. Um, So there's a difference between depression, which is a state of feeling hopeless, and isolating where you're not going out at all versus cutting back from going out 5 days a week to 3. Or, hey, I like going out and interacting with people, but now I want to but now I just when I'm hanging out with people, I want to make sure we're going on walks or going to yoga. It's really more about focusing and being more deliberate with how you spend your time and who. It's that whole it's reacquainting yourself with that technique of how did I feel before I hung out with that person? Now that I'm interacting with them, do I feel uplifted? Do I feel drained? So you're just becoming aware of that. Like, oh wait, even though that person looks good or I like that that person calls me every day, I actually feel a little drained by them. Can you then refocus to, okay, universe, I want uplifting relationships in my life. Start calling them in. Okay, but spirit, what do you have to say about her increasing desire to spend time alone, but she's not sure if it's depression taking over? Oh, it's not depression, dear one. It's not. There's a depression is the emotion, the feeling of I feel hopeless. You feel currently right now from our point of view, I feel a little hopeless to bring that magic and sparkle back in life that can do that. I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to go for it. It's also okay to be at an age in your life where you're recognizing comfort, security, safety, coziness are growing in importance to me. So, universe, I am looking for some fresh new in my life. And I'd like to do that in a way where I can also feel safe and it doesn't take a big move for me from one state to another. I'm willing to move. I know I need more comfort and security though in order to do it. I'm ready to start becoming aware of things that will delight me. I'm ready to start becoming aware of new ways that I enjoy spending time and new friends that I enjoy spending that time with. That little bit of giggle and delight in life is what I'm calling forth back into my life because I'm ready to feel good about my days again. I'm ready to feel excited, like I have stories to share, like, "Oh, here's what I did today. Oh, I just met this guy at the gym." There's just also a shift in you, Eden, that where you're going from the new, the novelty used to be what excited you. Um, People with you guys like to call it avoidant attachment styles in relationships, they tend to over idealize the beginning of a relationship. Oh my God, who's this person? I don't know how it could go. It's so exciting to like, where can it go? New novel. When someone wants to get serious, what are you looking for right now? Oh, I don't know. I just want to live my life and see how it pans out. Who I end up with is who I'm supposed to end up with. Somebody's looking for a serious relationship at the time is be like, whoa, this person's lost. Okay. What happens though is instead of new novel, which for you, it's more the excitement of the doing and the action towards the being, we're just doing this as an analogy's sake here. Eventually, the avoidant goes, wait a second, I'm tired of going on first dates. I'm tired of being taken to brand new restaurants. I'm I'm tired of that. Wait, universe, I don't even care if it's a picnic at the park. I just want to make sure the conversation is really good. I want that more, "Hey, I heard what you were saying about this problem. I found this book from the library. I started reading it. I think this could solve your problem." You're looking for more of that meaningful connection now instead of that new novel. Do you see? Show me a more meaningful way to live my life where I just have that more up close and personal, soft, gentle touch and more meaning in my life. With that, we'll read her last comment, but we will go on to one more person before in the free section still. Um, so, whoever else is live, definitely feel free to write your comment. I think the only word I really needed was deliberate. Yeah, okay. I'm ready to be more deliberate with my time and experience more meaningful connections. I've been very passive in all areas of my life, and now I feel overwhelmed just trying to take control of anything. Hey, that makes sense, Eden. That makes so much sense what you're going through. When we're younger, we pretty much just have to like show up and be as happy as we can with whatever the adults in our life give us. And then it is like like for whatever reason, it tends to be around the age of 35. We live a good life now, right? This happened to people when they used to be like 14, 16, 18. We get to now kind of extend it till we're 35. It's like, oh wait, I have to choose how I spend my time. So it actually kind of like is a little more fun. Like my workouts are getting more interesting. My cooking at home is getting more delicious. And even like I was at dinner with a friend last night, and she even said I made a comment about how good her salads were. But she also knows I'm doing this like anti-inflammatory diet lifestyle. So she's not trying to teach me her way of cooking. She was, "Hey, what do you think of this that I cooked?" I was like, "I actually really like that." She's like, "I can buy you this cookbook for Christmas." And I looked at her because I was a little like, "Oh, is she aware of my diet?" And she goes, "It's most of her book is about how to make like delicious vegetable dishes." And I was like, "Oh, she sees me, she hears me, she, like, knows what I'm going through. She's not just giving me I just tried this new top Gordon Ramsay, Top Chef new novel." It's No, I see you, Kelly, I see where you're at. You keep trying to make me eat spaghetti sauce with zucchini noodles, but by the way, zucchini isn't noodles. So I'm gonna get you like, I don't know if that makes sense. Um, and it is overwhelming to go from just having to, okay, I just have to go to high school, perform, go to college, perform, do my first job, perform, get established in a career profession, perform, move to a new city, sit in, perform. And now it's like, okay, wait, now what? And it's Jordan Peterson calls this creating a frame for your life. And that's where you narrow your focus to this is what's important to me. And I know for me it became I want a good body. Not only do I want to like look as best as I can when I'm 90, 100, 120, I want to feel my best. So now I'm like being guided towards like supplements and workouts, and that's the way I'm spending my time. And I also found this like cookbook that I really like. It's about anti-inflammatory foods and finding the foods that my body love the most. So I spend more of my time cooking, but like the fun part is like when I have someone over, it's like, oh hey, like I've been marinating some chicken. I was gonna make some rice. Would you like some too? Versus like 20-year-old me was just like, haha, let's have fun. Want to go grab a fried crispy chicken sandwich. So now it's like people actually get to see like the real me instead of just the like enthusiastic me, like, yeah, let's go out. Did anyone else have a question? Yes, yes, yes. All of that, deliberate and intentional, that's more of what I need. You feel so much more seen in those scenarios. Oh, I do. I do. I'm like, whoa. Cooking has been more intentional nowadays to make more tasty food. Yeah, Antoinette has chosen food to be part of her frame. I don't even know what's important to me at this point, and that's okay. Now like, hey, I fell into the right information that I needed at just the right time. Yeah, go ahead and ask it, Antoinette. I fell into just the information at just the right time that I needed. It sparked a bit of hope in me. That's a heck of a lot better than when I was when I first came to the show. And so I'm going on like a brand new journey, and just like a baby who's learning to walk, it might take a little bit of time. I'm discovering what this more deliberate, intentional, way of life looks like. I'm discovering what life with more meaning looks like. So that means friendships are going to look new. That means my work is going to look new. That means a lot's going to be new. So there's going to be that excitement and that intrepidation at the same time. And I'm still ready to go along that journey. There was a lady on Friday that asked a pretty deep question, and I gave her an affirmation, but she didn't come back today. Um, so like Eden, congratulations. We're like getting our second kick in life. And I was definitely hanging out with they were like 65 to 80. And I was like, guys, I think I just need to like reinvent myself and start my second chapter of my life. And they all looked at me and laughed and went, honey, you've got 2 or 3 more of those in your life. We're looking around at, oh, this is our last chapter. We want to really make sure this last chapter is good. And one looked up and went, I think I want to go back to school and get an associate's in chemistry if I don't go get a bachelor's. And everyone else was like, whoa, you want to do the school thing again? Another one was like, I want to hike this trail and I want to like do the backpacking for like the full 30 days. And I was like, whoa. Thank you for channeling for me this morning. I appreciate you. I'm so glad you came, Eden. You are welcome. Hope to see you again. I do this every day, Monday through Friday, 30 minutes free, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'll post it in the comments afterwards if you want a reading or a recorded video, if you just want more juicy goodness focused on you. I also did send check your old email. I sent an email out about, I have like an OG club I opened up. Um, or you can just come back tomorrow, whatever suits you as you discover your new meaningful way of life. Okay, Antoinette, I've been planning the basketball game outing with my oh with my grandma, my cousins. It's been so frustrating to get everyone together. I feel like people are ignoring. Oh, okay. That's an understandable emotion. They're not sure what to do. They're not sure what to make of you, wanting to get more involved. There's a little bit of not needing them to be involved in the planning and a little bit more of, okay, here's the 2 games we could take her to. Make sure they work for you because what you're trying to do is to get collaboration and buy-in and, "All right, guys, what games do you wanna go to?" Right? That's like the more youthful way of, "Guys, let's go out and do something fun," versus the more deliberate adult way is, "Look at the schedule of basketball games. Which ones work for your schedule? Which ones then have seats still available in your budget? Hey guys, let's get grandma, maybe even call grandma first. Grandma, I wanted to take you, I want to get you going to the baseball game. I figured I'd call you first to figure out which date works for you. And then we'll see which one of our cousins want to come." Are you seeing the more deliberate way to, okay, guys, maybe give grandma 3, 4, 5 choices, get the top 2 and go, all right, guys, talk to grandma. Here's the 2 dates we can make a game work. Tickets are this much. Which day are we like, are you like, I need to know which day you guys prefer. If not, I'm making the choice by this date. Do you kind of see the way we're going, Antoinette? Okay, perfect. Only Fridays work for her. Okay, great. So you know the days that work for her, which Fridays also work for you, time wise and budget. And then it might be a you, grandma, and your daughter thing. So find the 1 or 2 days that work and then go, all right, guys, here's the 2 Fridays. Oh, Karina, I'm going to have to watch this again. Been a bit distracted with work here, but I enjoy hanging out. High vibes. Well, thank you for the beautiful high vibe comment. I'm so glad you've been able to listen and just enjoy the juicy, good energy. And I hope work goes well for you. So, yeah, Antoinette, I hope that helped you approach it in a new way. We'll do that two-way. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, everyone. Lots of love to all of you. Let me drop the link right now for those of you who might want a recorded video. And this will just be a personal recorded video in case you want to ask Spirit something. I do it on an unlisted YouTube video. You get a chance to obviously purchase it, but then enter in some questions and send it to me. And then I email you a link back to your personal private video if you want a little bit more time and attention than just like a little mini reading on YouTube could give you. Hi, count everyone. I got over 3 feet of snow since Thanksgiving. It's crazy. Wow, 3 feet of snow. That is crazy. All right, guys, we are wrapping up the show for today. Unless you 100%, if you 100% want a mini reading today, now would be a great time to smash that super chat button in the encouraged amount of $20. If I don't see that within the next like minute, or at least a comment saying, give me a second to figure it out, we'll go ahead and end today and just come back for the show tomorrow. But glad you made it through that 3 feet of snow, Holly. All right, I'm not seeing any comments, so I love you all. Hope to see you guys tomorrow and hope you have a good day.